Welcome back to the ESR. Mr. X joined by Benson.
I'm very unhappy with you.
Why?
I just can't believe that
That is the best clips I could find.
You're never picking the videos again.
I did the script really early this morning. I spent a very long time looking at those videos.
You could have picked videos like Rise, Eliminating Cursor V.
There's none. No gameplay wasn't streamed. I looked for it. There's just reaction videos. There's no like gameplay. Wow. That was the first thing I thought of. I was like, okay, let's. I remember that like being really hyped. Not streamed.
Well, see the vote. It was close. I don't know who won.
I don't know either. Who won? Barely.
One of the best duos in COD history.
Barely got by. Pac-Man and Wheats round 1.
Okay. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Teachers.
I don't know how they do in round 2. Considering they barely got by round 1. Yeah, we can show the bracket. Who would they have?
The updated bracket, that is.
Oh, still updating it.
Updating it, so that's fine. I don't know who they're going to have in the bracket. I think they're going to struggle, though.
Yeah.
If they struggled
I imagine they struggled mightily. They struggled right there.
Yeah, that was tough.
Let's see. 1 would then go against 8, the winner of 8 and 9. So they would play the winner of, if my bracket in my head is correct, which is probably not. Be the winner of Censor Apathy, American Nameless. That's kind of what I would say. Correct?
Correct.
Oh, correct. Yep, so that's who they'll move on to play against in our fake bracket. They won't really actually play, maybe until the finals, but...
Dude, they have to get to the finals.
You figure they have to.
Bro, that's another bracket.
You see, they barely get by Pac-Man and Wheats round 1. Censored Apathy. I know. Game 2 against Merc and Nameless, but I think the one that you said you want to do tomorrow is going to be Big T.
Oh, without a doubt.
Big T and Ray going up against TJ and Hook on the bottom side. I'm excited for that.
Dude, I'm going to find so much awesome gameplay. It's going to be great. I'm going to show you how you find videos.
Okay, well, there's going to be a lot of stuff on Rambo and Big T.
Another one. That's fine.
On Ray and Big T?
That's fine. I'll do it, though. Don't worry. We should address as well. Excuse me. Back to Rostermania.
Yes.
Ambo's tweeting that he's now back captain of Baltic Nation.
But I don't have...
According to our official document of trade, which have been requested, nothing has happened yet.
Yeah. No, nothing has happened yet. As our official document. But if it does come through...
I mean, he made a video about it. Well, I DM'd him and I said... No, not much. I don't know why you saw the camera on me, Will.
Yeah. Nope. Well,
looking at
but we'll give you that official announcement if it comes down to it. But Quickscope today.
Do you want to do the Quickscope?
Yeah. All right. Let's do it. Why not? We got an hour before Pro League, pretty much.
All right.
We'll knock out the Quickscope.
I threw it away.
I have the questions right here. So some of these I went to Reddit, kind of saw what you guys were talking about. Figured, let's argue about it. Do you want to go first or second?
I don't even know what the questions are, so I'm not answering that until I see the questions. The scoreboard. Let me see your piece of paper real quick.
Yeah. That's what the questions look like.
These are tough. These aren't easy. Actually.
No, I made some pretty difficult questions today. There you go.
I will allow you to go first.
All right.
Actually,
you can go first.
I want to go first.
Okay. Question number 1 in the Quickscope. Obviously, remember, you can vote either for myself, the caster of the people, or you can vote for Ben. First question.
Quickscope Matt. Hashtag Quickscope Ben.
Yep.
They're the hashtags you can vote for.
Those are the hashtags. First question. Best career move by a pro player.
I'm going to say Nature. After COD XP, he buckles down, focuses on his YouTube, grows exponentially, paves the way we now see competitive Call of Duty players to socially act on social media, to act on YouTube, to act everywhere. Every aspect of the moves he made paved the way for future players to play.
I'm going to say the best career move was Scump going back to Optic Gaming after jumping ship to Envy really quick. I think, you know, he goes to Envy, tries to make that team work over there, and quickly decides, you know what, I want to play on Optic. I think I should be on Optic for the long haul. And look how it's turned out now. He's been on Optic ever since. The team's pretty much his now. And he's the captain of Optic Gaming. He's the face of Optic Gaming now. It was just a matter of time before it happened. So Scump going back to Optic Gaming, teaming with them last year after being on Envy for what, maybe 2 weeks? With, what was the team? It was Proofy, Merc, Scump, and Goon. So leaving that team, going right back to Optic Gaming to team with Bose, Clay, and Nade. Best decision by Scump, I think.
Really think that was a bigger and better career move than Nadeshot. Like, just think about that. If Nadeshot doesn't do everything that he does, are we even sat here where we are right now?
I think competitive Call of Duty still exists.
Would it exist anywhere near as where it is right now?
If Scump as big as Nade, if Nade doesn't do it, does Hector take Scump under his wing and kind of like help him and Scump do it? You don't know.
Maybe.
I think if Nade goes, if Scump goes to Envy and stays there, who knows what Call of Duty would look like right now from a competitive standpoint?
Who knows what Call of Duty would look like right now if Nadeshot just doesn't like grind it out through Black Ops 2. Same thing can be said right there. Definitely. And the bigger impact is without a doubt Nadeshot. If Scump's on Envy, okay, great. Scump's on Envy. Going back to OG was definitely a good career move. That's what the question says.
I mean,
what's the best career move?
The G for both of them was a good career move.
Right.
I think for their personal careers, Scump's career probably would have been hurt.
Dude, I don't know about that. Dude, I don't know about that. Personal career move.
I think Nade would have blown up on YouTube.
Scump was already big at this point.
Right.
When Scump went to Envy, he was already big. But all he did was he ensured that he was gonna kind of still be
like that popular,
still be extremely big. He would have been big no matter what. Nade went from working at McDonald's to eSports Personality of the Year.
But he didn't do that instantly. Let's not
but that's what I'm saying. That was the career move. That was the career move. He actually
the career move for Nade was to do more of like the YouTube entertaining side, of things,
which was huge,
which is smart. But I think even he would have figured that out eventually.
How are you trying to argue?
I don't think like the Cod XP thing. I think Scump's career would look drastically different if he would have stayed on Envy. Scump right now would be in a much different place if he was on Envy.
I agree, but I also think Nadeshot buckling down and focusing on YouTube. Where would he be?
I mean, you can say
where would we be?
Oh, who knows? You can say the same for Scump buckling down YouTube. I mean, Scump's
that's not what the question is. And that's
right. No, but I'm saying the best career move. The best career move was Scump going back to OG.
Definitely not. The people have agreed with me. 54 to 46. I'm going 1-0.
All right, fine. I'll give you that one.
I'm out here trying to think of sneaky stuff to do. All right, you get to go first on question 2, though. So, Matthew,
we talked about the best career move.
What was the worst career move by a pro player?
Ooh.
I have mine, and it's kind of ironic too.
I'm trying to think. The worst career
I can go first if you'd like.
Player. Yeah, I'll let you go first.
Scumpy moving to Envious.
He went right back.
It was a terrible decision. There was a reason he went right back.
Yeah.
It was an awful, awful decision. Scumpy, what were you doing? What were you thinking? That was, in all honesty, though, when you think about a terrible career move, like it's hard to beat that. Like, that's not me just stealing what you said and reversing it. That's genuinely one of the worst career moves a player has made.
Pretty bad. I would say Karma kind of leaving EG for not really no reason, but Karma leaving EG was a pretty poor decision. I think they would have probably, if they would have worked things out, could have, gotten rid of Aches for a little bit or benched Aches, got another player in there. And then, Karma after that, they leave EG, right? He wins one event with FaZe, and then after that, kind of stuck in this limbo mode up until, now.
This is true.
He's been stuck like on like bad teams up until this point. I mean, they work something out at that point. Is he going to, maybe he actually stays with Crim. Maybe Crim doesn't duo up with Formal. Maybe Crim duos up with Karma, and he ends up on Optic Gaming at the start.
You're trying to argue against a player who had it all left, and then basically in a day.
Karma had it all. They were winning everything.
No,
and then they went to doing nothing.
I don't know how you didn't pick that as the worst.
I see what you're trying. I see what you're trying to do here with the Quickscope.
Don't. I'm
playing. Trying to do here with the Quickscope.
I'm playing fair.
You think I'm stupid?
I'm just saying the worst career move by a pro player has to be Scumpy going to Envy. Sorry, and the people have agreed. 2-0.
I see what Ben's doing here.
2-0. Next question, Matt.
Yep. I'll go first here.
I believe you vetoed your decision to go first, Matthew.
No.
Okay, all right, here's a question. All right, do roles exist in Advanced Warfare?
Nope. Roles don't exist in Advanced Warfare. You heard Crim talk about it in his video. You heard Scump talk about it in his as well. Roles don't exist in Advanced Warfare. I mean, Optic doesn't need an OBJ player.
Okay.
You know, you see some teams they get by with it, like replays on Denial. But otherwise, I don't think that you need OBJ players to get by in Advanced Warfare. I think, nope. Look at a team like Optic Gaming. They don't have a set OBJ. And they get by without it.
Yep. Call of Duty World Champions Denial have an objective-based player. They have a player who is going to jump on the hill.
The first event
they have dedicated, great, and they were in the grand final 2 events before that. They have a player who is just dedicated to kill everything. Everything. Clay, your MVP from this year's Call of Duty World Championship.
Would you rather have a team of versatile players that can kill everything, or would you rather have one player that can kill everything and rely on him?
Not the question.
Okay,
the question is, do roles exist in Advanced Warfare? I'm saying, of course they exist. You can see that because players like Replays exist. If roles don't exist, why would you have a player like Replays? Why would you not pick?
Because you've been able to get by with a player like Replays until now. So you have a team that has versatile slayers that can dominate games regardless of where they play, whether they're in the hill, whether they're out of the hill.
The question is, do roles exist?
Yeah, I'm saying they
don't. Now, the proof is Replays as a player.
They exist because we want to say nicely that the OBJ player is the guy who can't get any kills. That's why it exists. There you go.
So you're telling me Denial 3v4'd everyone at Champs? Denial 3v4'd up to gaming in round 1 of Winners Bracket. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, Replays had some up and down games, but yeah.
Do you know what's really funny? I 100% agree with you.
Well, thank you. So bad. I win that one.
Oh, that's almost impossible to argue. That's a really bad question because of course they don't exist. Like, you need to kill everything. That's the point. It's FPS, especially in this game more than ever before. That was obviously, if you're new to the Quickscope, just so you guys know, we have to argue the opposite of what the first person says. That's the point of going first.
Right.
So I agree with Matt. Roles don't exist. Anyway.
Next question.
That was a good argument.
Yep. Does Optic Gaming need to win out the rest of the year to be determined a success?
I'm going to go first.
Yep.
And I am going to be completely honest. Because my mother taught me honesty is the best policy.
Yep.
Yes, they do. They need to. They made a team solely to win COD Champs. That was the point of making that team. They wanted to be the best team in the world, and they didn't do that. They underperformed. They let a lot of the fans down. Now, you look at the rest of the events for the year, they need to win. Now, you can twist the word success and be like, Optic Gaming is already successful. Of course. Optic Gaming is already successful. So that's what you're going to try and do to counter the argument. Hell no.
I wasn't going to do that.
Okay, good. You're like, oh crap, what do I do now? But Optic is, of course, the most successful COD organization without a doubt. But to be determined as a successful team for the rest of the year, yes, they will need to win everything. If we're talking success on the same level of EG and Call, they need to. It's as simple as that. And in all honesty, what I can see happening with that team now is that Call EG run. From now, they'll probably go on, win every event, gets COD Champs next year.
I don't think they need to win everything to be determining success.
You don't think so?
I don't think it's different. See, I feel like Advanced Warfare compared to like Black Ops 2 isn't as consistent of a game. I feel like there are so many different factors in Advanced Warfare that can play into things that I feel like it was easier to produce a consistent outcome on a game like Black Ops 2. I think Advanced Warfare, it's a little bit harder to do that. I think like success for this Optic Gaming team is they will win a majority of the events.
You're saying,
you're
saying it's hard to be consistent on this game.
I think it's harder to be consistent than like
you look at
Ghost or Black Ops 2.
Like, bar champs. I mean, even with champs, Denial was in the grand final of champs. That was the 3rd event in a row they've been in the grand final.
The 2 teams that have been like really good. Everyone else has been like
TR been on the up and up. We've seen them online playing very well.
TR's very good, but did you ever like? I would never like pick TR to win an event.
No, but that's not what
you pretty much knew that.
But that's not what
2 teams that have
but that isn't what
a chance. I'm saying it's a lot easier in a game like Black Ops 2 or Ghost to produce a consistent outcome than Advanced Warfare. I think success for this Optic Gaming team, top 2 the rest of the year. I think you're really looking forward to next year if they have like $1 million. They got to win the big ones. They need to win the big ones.
This is what I said.
Winning the big ones is what matters to them.
Because they're playing for next year. 62.
I mean, you get. I think you win like the MLG events, the season championships. You win the Gfinity.
They need to win everything. If they want to be considered successes, EG and Caldy.
But what is a success? Okay, there are teams that have been successful.
You're trying to drag the question out.
There are teams that have been.
Done.
You're comparing it to EG Cole. There are teams that have been successful besides EG and Cole.
3-1. Next question.
You didn't even let me finish.
That is an irrelevant point. You're just
didn't even let me finish.
All right. Next question. Is this you first? This is you first. All right. Aches with the most championships or Clay with all the accolades? Which means more and which is more impressive? You get to go first. This is actually a very, very tough one because there are good arguments for both.
They're really good arguments.
So again, the question, Aches with the most championships or Clay with all the accolades, which means more and which is most impressive?
I'll say Clay. I'll take the Clay side of things here.
Okay.
I think Clay has a lot of tournament wins under his belt. Don't know exactly how many. I could check his Twitter. It's like, what, like 12 or 13?
13 now, I think.
It's got to be near there.
I think it's 13.
I mean, he was on a lot of the teams that Aches won on. I mean, you got to look at that. You got to take that into consideration.
That's true.
I know. Also, Clay, he wins X Games with a team that nobody really thought would win X Games, to be quite honest. They just got, 8th at UMG Niagara the month before that. Wins champs with a team. I mean, a lot of people thought they would be, top 2, whatnot. But wins champs with a team, a lot of people didn't expect to go through wins champs. He's the MVP on both those teams. Wins 2 Gfinities, part of Cole. Wins ESWC, part of Cole. UMG.
He's won it all. There isn't an event he hasn't won.
I mean, there isn't an event he hasn't won. I think that's impressive from the standpoint that he's won all of those. He's shown up when it matters every single time. And it's, I mean, outside of all the events with Cole, it's with like 3 completely different teams.
See, I disagree. Aches, with the amount of championships he has, is by far and away more impressive. More impressive without doubt. There is really no argument because he's just won more. He's the most winningest player in the game. And that means more. Yes, don't get me wrong, taking nothing away from Clay. What he's done is impressive. Some great accolades.
But Clay has every championship that Aches has.
Aches has more. Everything Clay has done, Aches has done more. Bar one event, which is X Games is the you're making it sound like Clay has got all these amazing trophies.
Look at Clay's
one event that he hasn't
pre-Cole. Look at Clay's team's pre-Cole, and look at Aches' team's pre-Cole. Aches played with significantly better players.
Right, and he has more championships, which is ultimately what you look at.
Okay,
when we say the most winningest player in Call of Duty history, you think Aches.
Oh, Aches' resume
which is significantly more impressive.
You don't count him out
than Clay
any day. But
the only
I
thing
think
that Clay
Aches' resume is pretty.
The only thing
Clay's resume is pretty impressive.
The only thing Clay has over Aches is X Games. That is the only event. One event. You're going to tell me that one event outweighs everything Aches has done in his whole career.
It's more impressive because he has everything. He has the X Games gold. He has the ring. He has MLGs. He has Gfinities. He has the SWCs. I mean, he has everything you could possibly do. He has
I completely disagree.
I didn't even bring up he has a COD Champs MVP. He's the first COD Champs MVP ever.
How many championships? How many championships has Aches won?
But 19, right? Yeah.
If I was to say Ogre 2 or Clay, who would you say?
Ogre 2 or Clay?
Yeah.
Tom wins against everybody.
Why? because he's won so much.
And how many different games did Tom win on?
But
Let's go into that. Okay, hold on. No. Now you dragged yourself down a really bad hole. You don't want to go down. How many different teammates did Tom team with? How many different teammates did Tom team with?
That's not the question. Let me finish my point. You can go back to this. You can go back to this.
You make up a great point with Ogre 2. Ben makes up a great point with Ogre 2. How many different people did he team with?
No.
How many different people did Tom team with?
Let me finish my thought.
How many different people did Tom team with?
Can you
Sure. Go ahead.
My point is, you immediately associate more championships with a better human.
How many different games did Tom win on? How many different games did Tom win on?
A lot. But
how many?
A lot.
How many?
A lot.
How many?
But my point.
Can we go through them? Can we go through them? I'm gonna start Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3.
How many different games has Clay won on?
Halo 4. Halo
like he's won on COD.
Shadowrun. Tom is a completely different.
But my point was,
how many different teams did Tom play with? He played with a different team basically every year.
My point was, as soon as I asked you this,
Tom is the GOAT.
As soon as I asked you this, you immediately, your first thought was, because he's won more. Because he's won more. That was immediately
Tom has won every event.
The first thing you said.
Tom has won every event with multiple teams on multiple games. That is what's impressive about Tom. What's impressive about Tom is he's won on everything. Every game he's won on. With different teammates he's won on, he can fit in anywhere. Clay is the same thing.
The first thing you said is he's won the most.
Argument.
No, you said he has won the most.
3-2.
Okay.
In favor of Ben.
You can have that. That's surprising because what do you actually think? Is that what you genuinely think? You think Clay?
It's so tough to decide.
It's impossible.
It's like you're just like splitting hairs at that point.
Right.
I mean, Aches is
Clay winning everything is great, but you have to remember the one event that Aches doesn't have is X Games. That's the only thing Clay has. But to be the first player who's won every event there has ever been.
That is cool.
Actually, has Clay won at EGL? Curveball.
Does that even exist?
Fine.
But I think if Aches had the X Games and was 20 and had all the accolades, that's you can't top that.
Yeah, I agree. All right, next question is me first. The question is, with Nadeshot taking a break, Rambo retired, Big T retired,
Merc
and
taking
Merc
a break,
rumored to be retiring, hashtag taking a break. Which of these players retiring / on a break now, or who haven't competed a while, if any, could you see coming back and making an impact? Before we answer this question, I'm asking you, because you did the script, define making an impact. Winning or making an impact on the scene? Because to me, that's very different things. Because
coming back, competing at the highest level, and winning. That's what I mean by making an impact. Like placing well. Like who could you see coming back and placing well? Of players who are not currently playing.
On AW or on the next game? I want to establish some ground rules.
Just coming back in general. It could be AW, could be the next game.
Nadeshot.
You think he comes back?
100% he comes back. There's no doubt in my mind that you'll see Nadeshot.
You think he plays as well?
Yes. Definitely. And I'll tell you why. Because he's going to have fun when he plays. He's going to take a lot of the stress which he plays, all the anxiety that's not going to be there. He's going to have a lot of fun when he plays next. And ironically, it's probably going to be with Big T. That is the most likely thing I can see. Maybe it's the next tryout game. Maybe. First event, they kind of started like, hey, let's just go to an event just because.
Maybe just try and qualify for champs or
Big
something.
T will 100% be down for that. It's back on a tryout game. He's going to love it. They'll have so much fun playing. And in terms of an impact, you look at impact as a whole, Nadeshot playing again in the next game would have the biggest impact.
But we weren't talking about that.
No, but I'm just saying.
No, but we weren't talking about that.
Right, but the question is making an impact. There is no bigger impact.
You asked me what making an impact meant, and I said placing well and high at an event.
I'm just saying, in terms of an impact, there is no bigger impact.
Okay, yeah, but that's not the way impact was meant for this question.
No one has even listened to your argument. That doesn't make sense. This makes me sad. Anyway, there is no shadow of a doubt Nadeshot would make a bigger impact than anyone else.
Oh, yeah, it'd be a huge story. Yeah, I know, guys. Ben is playing the optic card 100%.
I'm not playing the optic card at all.
No, the chat's caught on. I caught on a while ago. No. I mean, I think, Nade coming back would be great. I think Big T coming back would be great. But with the way that we said impact and the way it was supposed to be meant, but Ben changed it so you can try and get votes.
I agreed.
None of these players coming back.
I didn't do a math.
None of these players coming back are going to make it to the top again. Once you get to the top and you're done and you fall off, you don't make that.
That's not the question. You have to pick one.
No, if any. If any means I don't have to pick any.
You're 100% wrong.
I don't think any of them
Big
come
T
back
could.
and place at the highest.
Big T could.
I don't think they can. What is the highest? Okay, I think they could potentially make a team.
Definitely.
Okay, you think you can come back and place top 2?
Big T, 100% cool. Look at the team.
When was the last time he played? When was the last time he played?
You're telling me a brand new game where the results are completely random on that first event. You're telling me a player with such natural gun skill like Big T couldn't come out and place second if he had a great team around him? On a brand new game on the first event of the game.
No.
You're delusional.
They can't come back. They wouldn't place well.
68-32.
Yeah,
I win.
because look at
4-2. Next question.
you're too
Next
funny
question. All right. This is interesting. I want you to argue for your dream map rotation, Hardpoint, CTF, S&D, but you have to cover AW, Black Ops 2, and Ghost, and you can't use the same map
we
twice.
talked a little bit about this. I'm going to read off Max and Puckets first. Because we asked Max and Puckets.
So again, it's a dream map rotation with a Hardpoint, a CTF, and S&D. You have to cover each game, AW, Black Ops 2, and Ghost, but you can't use the same map twice.
So
start with Puckett.
Puckett said his dream series would be Hardpoint Raid, S&D Freight, CTF Standoff, Hardpoint Detroit, S&D Express. Fairly good matchup.
S&D Express, I have no idea why I put that in there.
Yeah, you like that one.
That's my kind of. I look at that series. I'm like, that's where you messed up.
Max
series. Ugh.
Max has Hardpoint Raid.
Yep.
S&D Warhawk, CTF Slums, Hardpoint Detroit, S&D Standoff. Not a bad series.
Solid.
Not a bad series.
Surprised at the S&D Warhawk though.
So this would be my series. I'll talk you through my series a little bit. I have Hardpoint Biolab kicking things off. Meltdown S&D. Thought Meltdown was a great S&D map. CTF on Standoff. Hardpoint on Raid. And then Sov S&D. I think some of the best games we saw on Ghost were Sovereign S&Ds. I think if you're going to put one map from Ghost in, it needed to be, I would say, like Sov or Warhawk S&D. I would say those are the two I would have went with.
Freight S&D. Definitely. My series, Hardpoint Slums. Because who doesn't love a bit of Hardpoint Slums? Close quarters, lots of gunfights. It was awesome.
Is Slums a better Hardpoint map than Raid?
Well, let me explain my choice. Is Raid a better CTF map than Slums? Yes.
Is Raid a better CTF map than Standoff?
I actually have Standoff as an S&D map. Because that was a great S&D map.
It's okay.
It was great. Hardpoint Slums, S&D Standoff, CTF Raid, Hardpoint Detroit, and S&D Freight to close things down. That's my game 5. That would be a dream.
Neither of us picked CTF Slums. Interesting.
CTF Slums was great because you could spawn trap, but when you look at CTF on Black Ops 2, for me, Standoff and Raid were they're the two high caliber maps, right?
Yeah.
And you have to include Slums in there somewhere.
Well, I think Biolab is probably on AW. I like Biolab as Hardpoint best, I think.
I prefer Detroit.
Why?
Biolab is like you're immediately rewarded for spawning in.
What?
Like one team spawns at the hill.
And Slums didn't have one-sided spawns for Hardpoint? The same thing you just penalized Biolab for?
Not nearly as bad. Nowhere near as bad. I don't even try and argue.
Okay, so when you had control of Fountain and you spawned all the way down bottom, that's not as bad as any of the spawns you had in Biolab.
No.
Okay.
Just
listen to what you just said.
It's just not.
Listen to what you said.
In Slums, if one team spawned, let's say, mid-hut or street by trash can or by whatever you want to call that little area. If one team spawned on that far right-hand side and the other team spawned way, like far anchoring point, that would be the equivalent of a Biolab spawn. Opening spawn is my argument.
Oh, opening spawn?
Yes.
I mean, even still,
that's the point of Biolab. That's the thing. That's what's wrong with Biolab.
The bottom spawn on Slums had a huge advantage as well to start things off.
Nowhere near as big as a Biolab spawn.
You can hold that easy. We held that easy all the time.
First hill. You're telling me you held first hill easy on Slums every single time?
Yeah. When we had bottom spawn, absolutely. We just showed you.
I can't take you seriously.
We just showed you Ake's getting like 10 straight kills off the start of the game against Impact on Slums.
No.
Neither of us picked Solar Hardpoint.
Let me. This is Slums, right?
Yeah.
There's one spawn. There's the other spawn. There is mid. Okay. Biolab. There is first hill.
Okay.
There is one spawn. And then the other spawn is like there.
Okay, yeah. So here's the first hill on both maps. Here's one spawn. Here's the other. Here's the other. Here's the other. Where's the second hill?
It's relevant. I said
show
opening.
me where the second hill is.
I said opening.
Show me where the second hill, bro.
I said
show me where the second hill, bro. Where's the second hill?
Opening.
Second hill is right next to that spawn.
Opening.
Show me who has that one. Oh, right there. Yeah, right where they originally spawned.
Which doesn't make any sense anyway.
It doesn't,
That's in the middle. So it doesn't matter. You fight for the spawn. Yeah, it favors them.
So this team has to push straight downhill through the hill to get the spawn for the next hill. And you're saying this team who spawns next to the hill is fighting for this one. And okay, we didn't get anything. We spawn on the next hill. They spawn
nowhere near the first hill.
They'll spawn here. Every single time.
The other team opening. The argument is opening spawn.
69% agree with me.
Looking at the hill.
Ben has won the Quickscope today, 4-3. He comped out and tricked you people for votes, but it's okay.
He didn't do a thing.
Yep, he's laughing because he knows. He tricked all of you out there. But that's fine.
I need a Persian cat.
I'm okay with people who try and cheat to win.
I didn't cheat. I presented valid arguments. I don't know what the argument was at the very end.
You don't believe
I had no idea what that was.
Yeah, no, that was the dumbest thing ever.
That was great.
You're telling me it's harder to break a spawn that a team starts in the hill. Absolutely. I don't know what you're trying to do.
Absolutely.
Yeah, somebody in the chat's laughing that you're trying to teach me Black Ops 2. I think that's absolutely hysterical.
He was clueless at Black Ops 2. He played League play. That was
ridiculous.
The best. That was the best. I have no idea how I won.
Oh, I know how you won out. We'll talk about it during the commercial break. But when we come back, we're going to go into our Pro League recap from last night.
Salty.
And then into our Pro League preview for tonight. Stay tuned, guys.
Yes.